Welcome back. Let's understand the compilation process of a C++ program. So there are four steps in the compilation process of a C++ program. So first one is a pre-processing, then compilation, then assembling, then linking. So let's understand each step by step. So what happens in the pre-processing? So during pre-processing, it will try to read this file, all this hash includes. Okay, and let's say this is our hello world.cpp. Okay, so this is hello world.cpp. After this pre-processing step, it will be converted into hello world.i file. This is the extension. So what this file contains? This contains all the contents of hello world.cpp plus all the headers which are included by hello world.cpp. So in our case, all the contents of iostream have included in the hello world.cpp. Okay. Now, so after this step, what will happen? From this .i, it will be converted to .s. So what is this? This is a assembly level code. So from this .i file, where all the headers have included in the hello world.cpp, it will be compiled. All the syntax checks are done. If everything is correct, all the syntax is correct, it will be converted into assembly level code. So assembly level code is nothing but another low level language. This is intermediate language between the high level language and the machine level language. So once it is converted into assembly level language, this assembly level code is then converted into object code. So let's call it as .o. Okay, so this .o contains machine understandable code. Now, after this, there is a step called linking. Now, this hello world.cpp has a header file, and the definition of those header files might be part of some other library. So in our case, the iostream library. So iostream library is part of lib, as I explained earlier, libstd c++.so. Okay, so during linking, what happens? This .o file will be linked against this .so and create a final executable. This is a final executable. So we can run this executable and see the output. So this is what happens. So if it is not a .so, it can be either .a, which is a static library, or it can be another .o file, .object file. So let's see this, how this works in our code step by step. So I'll show you all the process, what happens in during each stage. So this is all abstract when we do compilation directly, like when we do G++ hello world.cpp, all these steps will happen in the background, which we cannot see, but I will show you how each steps are done with help of some commands. Okay. Select this and move it a little bit here. so that we can refer it later. Okay. Now, in order to appreciate this, I will create another .o file. Okay. So how do I create another .o file? I'll create two more file add.spp, add.cpp. Okay. In this add.spp, I will write a declaration of a function. Let's say int add, int a, int b. What this declaration tells, this is a function called add. It takes two arguments of integer type named a and b, and it returns a value, integer value. Okay. Now let's define that function in the add.cpp. Okay. Int add, int a, int b, and return a plus b. Okay, this is a simple function. Okay, so why we need a header file? Because let's say in the same project, or if you are creating a library, you cannot share the source code, your implementation, to the third party. Okay, in that case, what you do, you create a header file, what you want to expose to the outside world. The header file contains the function declarations. So the third party will see this declaration and try to use these functions in their code, the client code basically. And how it will be executed? So this add.cpp will not share it to the third party. We will compile this source code and create either .so file or .o file. Usually .so file when you're trying to share this into a third party. So in the same project, when you try to access it, it will be a .o file. So in my case, I'm trying to access this into a same file. So into a hello world.cpp. So this is a simple declaration. I can add this function into this hello world.cpp itself. But in the large project, this is not the case. If you want to write your own functions scattered across multiple modules, if you want to segregate the code like that, you might have a different file where we have a function, and those function, if you want to include it into another cpp file, so you cannot directly add another cpp file include into another cpp file. So you have to have a header file. This header file must have a declaration, and the cpp file have a definition. So what I will do in my hello world.cpp, I'll just include this header file add.spp. Okay. Now I will use the function add, which is there in the add.spp. I'll pass 10 and 20 to that. Okay. Then I will see out the result. So yesterday handle is nothing but insertion of leave line character. Okay. Now before I compile this hello world.cpp, what I have to do, I need to compile this add.cpp, because during the compilation of hello world.cpp, I need to have, let's say, this hello world.cpp. During the compilation of this, during linking time, I need to have the reference to this add.cpp because it contains the exact definition. Okay, because this my hello world.cpp, the object file, it will be trying to refer to this function. The implementation of this function is there in the add.cpp. Okay, I need to first create the object file for add.cpp. Let's compile add.cpp -c add.cpp. Okay. I'm not able to share this file. Or it is outside of this introduction. Let's move it to the introduction. That paste. Okay. Now you should be able to see that. Okay. G++ hyphen C add.cpp. Now you can see I have created a add.o object file. Okay. It is this file, this object file I'm talking about. Now, once I created this object file, I'll show each of these steps. From hello world.cpp, how do I create .i? From .i, how will I create .s? From .s, how will I create a .object file? From object file, how do I link it to this object file, which I just created now, which is add.o, and create a final executable. Okay, so in order to create .i file, which is an intermediate file, so this will do the pre-processing. So hello world.cpp and output it to a hello.i file. Okay, here we see hello.i. So this is a large file because it includes all the header files of IO stream, then add.hpp. Okay, so let's go at the end. If you see just before the main, you see the header file of add. The contents of add.hpp is present here. Okay, this is what it does during the pre-processing step. So this is the pre-processing step. Hello.i is created. With this hello.i, what I will do, I'll compile this code. Okay, now I have all the header, everything in the same file. Now I can compile. I can do the syntax check, whether the code is correct or not. Then convert it into a assembly level code. So how do I do that? G++ hyphen s, then use the input of hello.i. What is this? Result was not declared in this scope. Okay, can you see here? The result is not declared in this scope. So what does it mean? During this step, during the pre-processing step, it is not checking any syntax or any errors in the program. Okay, so it is checking only after the pre-processing, during the compilation, and while converting into assembly level code. Okay, so let's correct this result.
A result is the final consequence of a sequence.
Okay. Sorry about that. Now again I have to recreate this hello.i. Let's recreate it. Hello world.cpp. I have to pass the flag -e, then output it to hello.i file. Now I have hello.i file. So from this hello.i file, I will create assembly level code. So now in this step, the compilation will happen. So after the compilation, it will be converted into assembly level code. Okay, you can see here hello.s is created. If you see this hello.s, you will see the assembly level code. You can see here add, move, compare, all these things are there. Okay, this is the assembly level code. So from this assembly level code, what is the next step? I have to convert it into an object file. So how do I convert it to object file? G++ hyphen C hello.s. Now you can see hello.o. This is an object file which is created. hello.o file. Now, what is the next step? In order to create a exe from hello.o alone is not possible because hello.o is referencing a function called add. Okay, this add, the implementation of add is present in this .o, which is created from this add.cpp. Okay, if I try to compile, if you try to just create an executable out of only hello.o, it will give an error, link error. Let's see this. Let's try to create a g++ hello.o -o main. So -o is the object file I'm trying to create out of hello.o. You can see here undefined reference to the function add. Okay, this .o, this object file, is not able to reference this add file because the definition of it is not there anywhere here in this process. It can only see the declaration, but it cannot see the definition. In order to see the definition, it needs to be linked with this object file, which is created out of this add.cpp. So let's try to do that. Now let's try to create final executable. We will link with the hello.o with the add.o and then create a final executable file. See, the final main is created now. It is able to give the output. So this is how end-to-end the compilation process works, starting from pre-processing, compiling, assembling, and linking. Okay. So this is a very, very important step. We should know this because in C++, compilation is very, very important because C++ is a compiled language. Every time you change something into the code, you should know what is happening, what is this kind of error, whether it's a linker error or it's a compilation error. You should be able to identify that. And also, if you are writing a third-party library, if you want to share your header files to the third party, you should know this process. Okay, how to share, how to create this .so file, and what you have to add it into a header file and share this header file and the .so file. Okay, so that the third party can use your library. Okay, this is all from this lesson. We'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what kind of videos you would like to watch. Thank you.